One of the biggest questions I'm getting on this workout wall is it cost effective compared to 3/4 inch plywood or traditional drywall with blocking behind it? And that is a fantastic question. So it's pretty comparable to if you're gonna do 3/4 inch plywood, but it holds a ton more weight and you don't have to worry about putting additional blocking behind the 3/4 inch plywood. This wall, all in, all together, with lumber, with fasteners, everything, is gonna be roughly $450. What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Detached Garage. The wall is coming along great. It's only cost us about $450 to put this thing up, and I am super excited to get the TV mounted and going. In the last episode, we ran all these wires and checked our connections, and everything is working great. So in today's episode, the first step is going to be stapling these wires all the way up, and then we are going to get running the rest of the boards up the wall. So we have a nice warm garage to work in. It is roughly 58 degrees in here. It is fantastic, and I am so happy that this boiler is working and running. Huge shout out again to Blue Ridge Company for the help with that. And let's get this camera flipped around and let's get stapling and running boards. All right, guys, so one tool that's really helping is this cable stapler. So you can see it kind of has a channel that runs through, and you basically put it around the cable and it captures it and kind of captures the cable inside there. So then there's a multiple different types of staples to use. This big HDMI cable, these 12 millimeter or 1/2 inch staples work just great. So I went up and did all of those all the way up. I got to tighten it up at the top just a little bit up there. But then I'm going to come back with a smaller staple and get the Cat6 and the optical cable finished up. So once we do that, then we'll fire caulk and then we will put the bats back in. All right, guys, so we've got the fire caulk and we have everything caulked and ready. So this is just code, whether you're running high voltage or low voltage wire, just make sure you caulk everything. We've got it done. All the holes are done. And yeah, so now we can put the bats back up and then we can start running wood. All right, guys, welcome to day 2 of finishing this project. We were really focused. We were so close to getting this done, but life happens, you know? So we decided to do some other stuff yesterday afternoon. We had a fire in the backyard, in the burn pit, and it was a great afternoon. The project just got put on hold. But it's about noon right now, and we are going to get this done today, and we are going to get this TV mounted. The biggest challenges that we've kind of run into are these boards are just not straight. You can see a little gap right here. So they just, tongue and groove certainly would have been an option, but I wanted to have this fastened and be much stronger than tongue and groove and hiding the nails and everything like that. So that's why I went with this lumber versus another type of lumber. So again, for $450, it's tough to beat this wall covering and the durability and mountability that you get with any type of fitness equipment, even rock climbing wall, which I think we're gonna do over here. So I've got this board up. I've got to drill the holes and then put the screws in. We've got this board on the ground that's gonna go up here. And then we are actually running out of lumber. And if you can see, we used some of the lumber for my lift to kind of slide that thing into the garage. So we're gonna need to figure out how to take these boards out from underneath the lift over here and get this up on the wall. So we've got 2 boards under there. We've got 2 more boards over here. So we're gonna be close, we're gonna be tight. We may need to go by like an 8-foot 2x10 or something like that, but we will get this done today. So let's get the camera flipped around, get this time lapse going, and get this wall done. All right, guys, we are so close to being done. We're actually out of screws. I still have this stud and this stud to go on this second to last board. But the big news is we are real close. This is a little tight, but overall, I mean, you can kind of see we just need to tap this in a little bit, and then this next course will fit great up here. I am gonna get a hand sander just in case we need to sand the top down to get it to fit really good. But I am super excited. We've got this board. I gotta get one more 8-foot board just so we can get all the way across. We'll cut that 8-foot down and then we are done. So Home Depot run for screws, a board, and a hand sander, and we will be good. All right, guys, so huge news. The wall is done. We had to trim a little bit around the rafters up here because we got a little out of level on this side. This side fit just fine, but it is not noticeable to the naked eye. So next step here, we are going to sand and stain this. So we are going to sand just the entire wall. I've got the Milwaukee M18 palm sander as well as the vacuum hooked up to it. So it should make pretty quick work of the wall here. So here's my test spot for sanding. You can see it takes the pencil marks right off. I only kind of went up to here, so you can still see some up here. But that was like a minute to just do this area here, kind of around here. So super happy with how this turned out. Super easy. We can also play a game called which piece of wood is the Home Depot piece of wood. A little bit of different grain there, a little bit larger grain. So we are going to get the scissor lift back over here. We are going to take the wires off. We are going to mask the outlets, put the standoffs in these two outlets, and then we will get ready to sand and stain this wall. So spoiler alert, we ran out of time to get this wall sanded and stained, but we did get the TV on the wall, and we got the garage set up for Christmas. My daughter wanted to put lights on the lift. We also had the bags set up, so we had the bags tournament going, but this wall turned out awesome. We got the TV hung, so pretty cool little setup here on how the TV works. So the TV mount is super easy. Basically what you do is you install these brackets onto the TV itself with the little standoffs. Then this hook part up here just hooks on the back side of this bracket that's attached to this. So two people lift it up, set it down, and then you just tighten this set screw. So since we still need to sand and stain the wall, all we're gonna have to do is remove those two set screws, and then we can just lift this TV up and move it around. So really like the way it swivels back and forth. So, you know, we can be working out over here. Now that the TV's up, we can take some measurements for the weight rack and just where everything is gonna go. So super excited to get that done. But this wall, for all intents and purposes, is done except for the sanding and staining. $450, not bad. I will link everything that we used in the description below, and we will continue this wall build out as we add dumbbells, weights, rock climbing wall, as we add all of that to this wall. So this has been such a fun project and really easy DIY. $450 between the lumber and the screws, and just a really easy wall to put up that's really gonna last and be very effective for hanging all the different types of appliances for the workout area on the wall. So we've got a lot coming up. Please put your comments down below if you have any questions on putting this up. Thank you so much for watching Detached Garage, and I hope to catch you in the next episode.